You're going to make $1 million this year. At least you might be able to say that if you learn how to forecast your sales. Welcome to NetHunt Gmail CRM, an expert sales learning hub. Today, we're looking at sales forecasting, and by the end of this short video, you're gonna know what it is, why you should do it, the different kinds of forecasting, and exactly how to do it. Enough chit-chat, let's get growing. What is sales forecasting? Based on data, a sales forecast is an educated prediction of how many deals a business will close within any given time frame. A sales forecast changes in scope. It can measure an individual, a team, or a whole business. With NetHunt CRM, sales forecasting is easy. But above all, sales forecasting is important for sales management. But why is sales forecasting important? Sales forecasting helps shape future business decisions. With enough data, it becomes easy to predict the necessity and consequences of particular actions. For example, a good sales forecast can help you build your future budget, scale the size of your team, and understand whether you're in line for that bonus to pay for the trip to the Caribbean you promised your other half. Sales forecasting helps build business objectives. Business objectives help build your business. So, what kinds of sales forecasting are there? The answer is loads. But we've put together 3 of the most popular, most trustworthy ones. The first one is length of sales cycle forecasting, which takes the average length of your sales cycle into account to predict the success of any pending deals. Let's imagine your average sales cycle is 2 months. I look in my pipeline and see that there is a deal that has been active for 1 month. I can say with some varying degree of confidence that this deal has a 50% chance of success. One fatal flaw in this forecast is that deals take varying amounts of time to close depending on different variables. LOSC forecasting isn't that reliable. If you want to know more about managing a sales pipeline, check out the link on the screen. The NetHunt Sales Learning Hub is full of them. Next up is historical forecasting. This one is simple, really. All you need to do is look at the same time frame in the past. So if you want to know your forecast for September, take a look at August. Similarly, you could look at September last year. Historical forecasting is good, sure, but it doesn't take into account external factors such as seasonal trends, nor internal trends such as downsizing. Are you still there? Stay tuned. Here comes the cherry on the cake. Finally, opportunity stage forecasting. This one is all based on the stage a deal stands at in your pipeline and the probability of that deal closing. It takes some guesswork on your part because you need to put a percentage on whether you think a deal is going to go through. For example, if a deal is in the offer stage, you can rate the deal as 70%. Then, to put the deal in your forecast, you do a simple equation. Expected revenue equals deal amount multiplied by probability. If my deal is $100,000, I multiply that by 0.6 and get $60,000 in expected revenue. I can then include this figure in my forecasting. As far as predictability goes, sales forecasting is similar to weather forecasting. You tell everybody it's going to be sunny, but as soon as you say this, it starts raining. Opportunity stage forecasting gives us the most reliable forecast for our business because it is linear rather than binary. NetHunt CRM helps you build opportunity stage forecast. How can I build a sales forecast? With NetHunt CRM, it's easy. When you're setting up your different fields in the deals folder, be sure to include deal amount, probability, close date, and forecasted revenue fields. We recommend using the following field types: currency field for deal amount, probability field for probability, formula field for forecasted revenue. Your formula will look like this. The forecasted revenue will be automatically calculated as shown below. Apply the date field for close date. Once you have your deals created and necessary fields filled in, you can proceed with creating a dashboard view to show your forecasted sales by month. Do this by clicking Cart View by Close Date, and then Period, Months. Choose the fields to show on the card at total forecasted sales amount for each month by clicking the three dots and then Summarize. Easy, right? If you haven't already, sign up for your NetHunt 14-day free trial for easy peasy sales forecasting and a bunch of other cool CRM features. I know that we have a wise community of sales experts watching this video, so let us share our best practices. Fellow sales experts, share in the comments what your favorite sales forecasting technique is. Like, comment, subscribe. Watch our next video on how to grow sales on LinkedIn. NetHunt over and out.